You know, when you think you've seen it all, and, you know, in the world of boxing, you've seen X, Y, and Z. You've seen some strange things, some strange fights be announced, and you don't really think anything could really surprise you or really make you stop and just think, oh, good Lord, anymore. Certain things still do. This is one of them. This is one of them. Yeah. Jake Paul over the weekend had a fight. Ryan Borland, I believe the guy's name was. He was, I think, 17-2 thereabouts. Going into the fight, and God knows how we got the 17 wins is beyond me. It really was, because he looked absolutely abysmal in there. And I thought, okay, Jake Paul needs to do something, because, like, you know, a lot of those fans who were there to see Amanda Serrano. It was in Puerto Rico. And Jake Paul needs to do something. And I'm seeing, look, he's not going to be a world champion, but there's a little bit of talent there. And the way Tommy Fury looked against KSI might be a good time to do that rematch. Do it in the UK, do it in the US. It'd probably sell. Well, I don't really know. Would it do better in the UK or the US? But I was thinking, do the Tommy Fury rematch, because what else are you going to do? Get a text today. Actually, proper boxing text me. Sent me on a link. And I seen Jake Paul and Mike Tyson in a photo together, which kind of, I didn't want to put two and two together. Maybe I didn't want to do it because I knew what was going to happen. But I kind of looked at it and thought, okay, are they working together on a co-promotion or something? Are they doing so? I didn't really want to believe what I think deep down I knew was coming. And I go on Twitter, or X as it's called now. July 20th. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, 80,000 fans. It's not known will it be an exhibition or a pro fight. Live on Netflix. You know, 2024, I thought that there'd be many fights announced, especially with the Saudis' intervention into boxing. And I thought there'd be many fights that I wouldn't thought I would be making videos on that are being announced, which is a good thing. You know, it's good. I mean, I kind of let Beterbiev Bivol kind of go because I was thinking they're never going to do that fight. And it looks like we're going to get it. Well, pretty much we are going to get it. So I thought there'd be fights maybe I'll be talking about that I didn't expect to be talking about last year. Tyson versus Paul. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul was not one of them. Mike Tyson is 56, 57 years old, and I think by the time July comes around he'd be older. Like, his birthday will have gone. So you're talking about a guy who's nearly 60. You know, people are saying, you know, you're talking about a 50-year-old guy. He's closer to 60 than he is 50. That Mike Tyson. And Jake Paul is in his 20s. I think he's 27, 28. You're talking, what, 30 odd years age difference? But I'm stumped. Mike Tyson says here, I started him on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones Jr. Now I plan to finish him. Jake Paul said, we're about to produce the biggest fight in history. I doubt that very much. My sights are set on becoming a world champion. I doubt that very much. And now I have a chance to prove myself against the greatest heavyweight ever. Yeah, again, you know, no, not in my eyes. Not in my eyes. This would be a fight of a lifetime. I doubt that very much. I can't believe this. I'm stumped. I honestly can't believe this. I really can't. And straight away I've seen it, you know, people saying, oh, you know, Mike Tyson, he could make a run. You know, Mike Tyson could come back and he could do something. Maybe even, you know, the heavyweight division is not what it was. Listen, when Mike Tyson, a couple of years ago, it was 2020, I think it was. Yeah, it was 20. It was about that time. Posted clips of himself. And they were only small little snippet clips of him in the gym hitting the pads. You had people coming out saying, you know, he could come back now and make a run. And I think at the time, I remember saying to a few of my friends at the time, friends outside of YouTube, and when I say, like, there are people who would watch my videos, who would watch Ades, Hatmans, etc., Chris Andre, and majority be hardcores. There'd be some kind of, they probably would themselves kind of class themselves as more casuals, but more casuals on the cusp of being hardcore, you know, that sort of way. Then there's just the out and out casual who would look at that and say, oh, Mike Tyson can come back and make a run, you know, Joshua, Wilder, Fury, they're in trouble. And you say, well, actually, you're talking about what, a snippet, a couple of seconds of a clip, and in reality, you could see he was forcing those shots, and that was 4 years ago. So yeah, he's not doing anything, and they're just like, what the, how can you say that? This is Mike Tyson, the greatest to ever, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you watched a couple of highlight clips from him then, and then him in the 80s, and you say he's still the same person. He's not. Mike Tyson fought Kevin McBride in 05-06, one or the other. Kevin McBride, even back then, was a fringe contender. He'd be and that was, bear in mind, a weaker era of heavyweight boxing. He would be a journeyman today. And Kevin McBride, even then, suffered badly with alcoholism. Even then, right? And Mike Tyson, he beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson quit in that fight. He retired on a stool after, I think, 6-7 rounds. That was in 05-06. 20 years, thereabouts. Nearly 20 years. And people think that he would come back today and be just as good, and be better than that. The 1980s, Mike Tyson beat Trevor Berbick in 86. 28 years, no, sorry, what am I saying, 28? Jeez, I'm getting ahead of myself. No, 38 years ago, thereabouts. Yes, nearly 40 years ago. That was prime Tyson. He was in his 20s. He was actually 20 years old. How many 20-year-olds today, you add 40 years onto them, would be saying, I can still make a run, I can still do it? None is the answer. Father Time is undefeated, and Jake Paul, in my mind, is going to beat Mike Tyson. Now, in my mind, he beats Mike Tyson. If it's a real fight, if it's an exhibition, then, you know, maybe there's a mutual agreement. Let's just see the final bell, have a bit of a fun. But if it is a real, genuine fight, there's no way in hell Mike Tyson at nearly 60 is going to beat Jake Paul. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm looking at this. I'm still kind of like, no, this just, really? Really? They're doing this. Can't believe it. Didn't envision doing this video today, I tell you that, but here we are. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's not pay-per-view, it's on Netflix, if you have that. Gotcha. Yeah, let me know. I'll leave it there. You know, boxing today, it seems like there's news breaking every single day. There's fights being announced almost every day, big fights at that. Boxing's in a good place, and sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I find it a little bit difficult at times just to stay on top of everything, between checking Twitter, checking boxing scene, going on BoxRec to see if there's anything announced. There's a lot to look for. There's a lot of platforms you need to go on. And if you look there on screen, you'll see today's sponsors, Boxing Showtimes. They've made an app that does it all for you. Look at that on screen. It shows you where you can get tickets. It gives you all the latest news. It gives you the tail of the tape. It gives you all the card details. It's going to give you details about Fury Usyk. It's going to give you details about Joshua Ngannou. It's also going to have a lot more little things thrown in there as well. The link is in the comment section. It's going to be pinned on this video, and more besides soon enough. And not only that, in the comment section, there's also going to be a link, a G-Man promo, which means you can access a little bit more without ads. Now that, to quote Eddie Hearn, is a game changer. Now let's crack on with the video.